Welcome to Valuable Coins All World, the place where history meets treasure. Here, every coin tells a story, from the oldest United States classics that shaped our past to the newest rare discoveries that amaze collectors today. If you love the thrill of uncovering hidden value, exploring the beauty of design, and learning the secrets behind coins worth fortunes, then you're in the right place. Join us as we dive deep into the world of rare U.S. coins, both old and new, and reveal the fascinating details that make them priceless. Top 1. The year 2020 was one of the most memorable and historic years in modern times, and among the many everyday objects that carried significance, the Washington quarter dollar from the America, the beautiful National Park series stood out as a fascinating treasure. Though to many people it looked like just another coin used for change, collectors knew there was something extraordinary about it. The Washington quarter had been around since 1932, introduced in honor of George Washington's 200th birthday. Over the decades, it evolved into one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. But starting in 2010, the America the Beautiful Quarters program added new life to this classic coin by featuring stunning designs that showcased national parks and historic sites across the country. By 2020, the program had already become a favorite among collectors, and the coins of that year were some of the most beautiful ever struck. Each quarter carried the familiar obverse design of George Washington by John Flanagan, while the reverse highlighted a unique national park or site, making every release of the year exciting and collectible. The 5 designs released in 2020 honored diverse and breathtaking places. The National Park of American Samoa, Weir Farm National Historic Site in Connecticut, Salt River Bay National Historical Park in the Virgin Islands, Marsh-Billings Rockefeller National Historical Park in Vermont, and Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve in Kansas. Each design captured the spirit of the location with incredible artistry. Take, for instance, the National Park of American Samoa quarter. It features a heartwarming design of a Samoan fruit bat mother hanging with her pup. This design not only symbolized the park's natural wonders, but also became a reminder of the fragility of life. Especially poignant in the year 2020, the Weir Farm National Historic Site quarter was equally stunning, honoring Connecticut's only national park dedicated to the arts. Its design showed an artist at an easel, painting in an outdoor setting. This coin became a celebration of creativity and the importance of preserving cultural heritage. Meanwhile, the Salt River Bay National Historical Park quarter presented a view of a red mangrove tree rising out of the water, reflecting the ecological richness of the Virgin Islands. This design reminded people of the delicate balance between land and sea, a symbol of nature's resilience. The Marsh-Billings Rockefeller quarter honored conservation in Vermont, showing a young girl planting a tree. It was not only a coin design, but also a message for future generations to protect the environment and nurture the land. Finally, the Tallgrass Prairie quarter celebrated Kansas's prairies with a design showing a magnificent butterfly flying over big bluestem and Indian grasses. This tribute captured the beauty and importance of America's grassland ecosystems. What makes these 2020 National Park quarters so exciting is not only their artistry, but also their rarity in special conditions. Millions were minted for circulation, but pristine, high-grade examples and rare error coins became the ones collectors chased after. Error coins are always a major draw for numismatists, and the 2020 National Park quarters were no exception. Off-center strikes, doubled dies, and unusual minting mistakes transformed ordinary coins into spectacular rarities worth thousands. Another factor that boosted the value of some 2020 quarters was the unique year itself. With the COVID-19 pandemic, coin shortages occurred across the country. Many banks and stores had difficulty getting enough change, and this made 2020 dated coins harder to come by in everyday life. Scarcity only added to their appeal. The Philadelphia and Denver mints both struck these quarters, marked by P and D mint marks. Collectors sought examples from both mints, but the highest values were reserved for coins graded in mint state condition or those with striking errors. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC certified many of these coins, and the top-graded specimens often sold for extraordinary prices. A flawless 2020 National Park quarter, especially in MS67 or higher, is far from common, and competition for them at auctions has been intense. The thrill of owning such a coin is more than financial. It is about holding a piece of American history. Each 2020 National Park quarter represents not only the site it depicts, but also the unique challenges and memories of the year it was struck. Collectors often describe the beautiful quarters as miniature works of art. The designs are intricate, meaningful, and tied to the land and culture of the United States. Owning a 2020 quarter means carrying a story of nature, conservation, and history right in your hand. The National Park of American Samoa design, in particular, became iconic because of its unusual imagery. It stood out from all other quarters before it, showing animals instead of buildings, people, or landscapes. Collectors instantly recognized its uniqueness. Each coin tells its own story, but together the five designs of 2020 form a powerful set. They show the diversity of America's natural beauty and cultural heritage, all while tied to the legacy of the Washington quarter that began nearly a century earlier. For many collectors, the search for high-value 2020 quarters is ongoing. Coin roll hunters, auction bidders, and everyday hobbyists continue to examine their change closely, hoping to uncover one of these rare gems that can transform 25 cents into thousands of dollars. The passion for these coins also comes from their connection to everyday life. Unlike bullion or commemorative issues, these quarters were meant for circulation. That means anyone could find one in pocket change, making the thrill of discovery accessible to everyone. The 2020 quarters are also time capsules. They capture the artistry of their designs, the historical events of their release year, and the personal stories of those who discover them. Each coin is more than metal. It is memory and meaning combined. Auction houses have reported impressive results for these coins, especially when rare errors appear. Bidding wars often break out, with collectors willing to pay staggering prices for the chance to own one of these modern rarities. Even though they are relatively new, the 2020 National Park quarters have already cemented their place in numismatic history. They will be remembered not only for their beauty, but also for their connection to a year unlike any other. It is fascinating to think that coins minted just a few years ago have already reached such extraordinary values. This shows the unpredictability and excitement of the coin collecting world, where even modern issues can become instant classics. The lesson from these quarters is clear: never underestimate the value of the coins in your pocket. What looks ordinary today could be a priceless treasure tomorrow, especially if it is preserved in perfect condition or struck with a rare error. The Washington Quarter of 2020, with its national park designs, proves that numismatics is alive and thriving. It reminds collectors that history is still being made, and treasures are still being created, ready to be discovered by sharp eyes and patient hearts. In the end, these coins are about more than just money. They are about pride, culture, art, and the thrill of discovery. They show that even in difficult times, beauty and history can be found in the smallest of places, like a simple $quarter. And today, the most extraordinary examples of the United States of America Washington $quarter States National Park 2020 have been valued at the incredible price of $35,000. Top 2. In 2009, the United States Mint released a series of quarters that carried with them more than just value in cents. These were coins that told stories, honored culture, and preserved history, and among them, the Washington quarter for the U.S. Virgin Islands became a standout. It may appear to be an ordinary piece of change to the untrained eye, but to collectors, it is a masterpiece worth hunting. The Washington quarter had already been part of American life since 1932, when it was first introduced to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the decades, the design became a fixture of American coinage, with Washington's noble profile gracing the obverse. But in 2009, something special happened with the quarter series. That year marked the District of Columbia and U.S. Territories Quarters Program, a continuation of the wildly successful 50-state quarters program. This new program honored Washington, D.C., and 5 U.S. territories, including Puerto Rico, Guam, American Samoa, the Northern Mariana Islands, and of course, the U.S. Virgin Islands. The U.S. Virgin Islands quarter instantly caught the attention of collectors for its beauty and meaning. It was not just a coin. It was a tribute to the island's natural wonders and cultural symbols, struck forever in shining metal dot on the obverse. The coin carried the familiar design of George Washington by John Flanagan, a reminder of the long tradition of the Washington quarter. Above his profile read the word Liberty, to the left, In God We Trust, and below, the year 2009, tying the coin forever to its historic release. The reverse of this quarter is where the true artistry shines. The design includes a bird, the yellow-breasted banana quit, perched proudly, surrounded by a branch of a tire palm tree and a cluster of flowers. Together, these images symbolize the lush, natural environment of the Virgin Islands. Adding to the significance, the quarter also carries the territory's official motto, United in Pride and Hope. This phrase echoes the resilience, spirit, and unity of the Virgin Islands community, making the coin more than just money. It is a miniature monument to heritage. For collectors, these details transform the 2009 U.S. Virgin Islands quarter into an object of fascination. The design captured both nature and culture, making it one of the most admired issues of the Territories series. But design alone is not what makes this coin valuable. Rarity, condition, and minting errors have played an enormous role in pushing certain examples of this quarter into the spotlight of numismatic treasures. Like all modern quarters, millions of these were produced for circulation. Most were exchanged countless times in everyday purchases, worn down by the hands of many. Yet, some were set aside in pristine condition, never touching circulation, and these are the ones that collectors dream of finding. High-grade examples, certified by professional grading agencies, show off sharp details, full luster, and perfect preservation. These coins, when placed under the light, shimmer with brilliance, showing every feather of the bird and every line of the palm branch with breathtaking clarity. Error coins add yet another layer of excitement. Mistakes made during minting, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws, can turn an already desirable coin into a truly rare and valuable prize. For the 2009 U.S. Virgin Islands quarter, such errors are especially collectible. Collectors continue to hunt for these rarities in rolls, bags, and even pocket change. The thrill of discovering a rare variety or flawless condition coin keeps the passion alive. The thought of turning a simple 25-cent piece into a life-changing treasure is irresistible. The Philadelphia and Denver mints both struck these quarters, marked with P and D mint marks. While both versions are collectible, the most valuable examples are those preserved in top grades or struck with unique minting quirks. The U.S. Mint also issued special collector versions in 2009, including proof coins and silver proofs. These proof issues, struck with mirror-like surfaces and frosted details, are highly prized among collectors who value artistry as much as rarity. Auction houses have seen bidding wars erupt over the rarest of these coins. Collectors around the globe recognize the cultural and natural beauty captured in the 2009 U.S. Virgin Islands quarter, and they compete fiercely to own the finest examples. The symbolic value of the coin also plays a role in its demand. For people of the Virgin Islands, the quarter is more than money. It is a source of pride and recognition on a national stage, a way of celebrating their home in the form of American currency. Even outside the territory, collectors appreciate the message carried by the motto, United in Pride and Hope. In 2009, this message resonated strongly, and it continues to inspire those who hold the coin today. For numismatists, this quarter represents the continuation of a beloved tradition started with the state quarters. Just as people chased after coins representing their home states, many now sought to complete collections with the territories, adding to the excitement and value of the series. The journey of the 2009 U.S. Virgin Islands quarter from circulation to collector's treasure highlights the unpredictable magic of numismatics. A coin that once passed casually from hand to hand may today sit in a protective holder, admired as a rare and valuable artifact. Holding such a coin in your hand feels like holding a story of islands, of heritage, of unity, and of the unexpected surprises hidden in everyday life. That is what makes coin collecting such a thrilling pursuit. For those who may never own the rarest examples, the coin still offers a chance to learn about the Virgin Islands, their symbols, and their history. This educational value adds yet another layer to its importance. Over time, the 2009 U.S. Virgin Islands quarter has become one of the most popular and desirable issues of the Territories series. Its beauty, rarity, and symbolism ensure its place in numismatic history. Collectors know that while millions of coins exist, only a select few achieve legendary status. The 2009 U.S. Virgin Islands quarter is one such coin. A piece of American currency that has become a true treasure. It proves that modern coins, too, can hold extraordinary value, challenging the idea that only old or silver coins are worth collecting. With the right combination of rarity, error, and condition, even a recent quarter can be worth a small fortune. The coin also teaches an important lesson: always check your change. You never know what rare gem might be hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone with a sharp eye and a little knowledge to discover it. The story of this quarter is still being written. Collectors continue to search, values continue to rise, and the fascination grows with every passing year. Its legacy is secure, not just as money, but as a symbol of pride, art, and history. And today, the most extraordinary examples of the United States of America Washington Quarter Dollar States U.S. Virgin Islands 2009 have been valued at the amazing price of $75,000. Top 3. The Washington Quarter has been an icon of American coinage since 1932, and over the decades, it has evolved into more than just money. It has become a canvas to celebrate history, heritage, and the breathtaking beauty of the United States. In 2018, one of the most stunning designs of the America the Beautiful Quarters program was released, honoring Block Island National Wildlife Refuge in Rhode Island. This quarter quickly stood out as a collector favorite. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary piece of change, but when you take a closer look, you realize that it is a miniature work of art filled with symbolism and meaning. For many coin enthusiasts, it is one of the shining stars of modern U.S. coinage. The obverse carries the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan and refined by later engravers. Washington's profile remains noble and dignified, a reminder of the quarter's long and proud tradition. Around him are the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and "United States of America," grounding the coin in its patriotic identity. It is, however, the reverse design that truly sets this coin apart. The 2018 Block Island Quarter showcases the breathtaking natural environment of Rhode Island. The main image depicts a black-crowned night heron in graceful flight over the island's stunning coastline. Beneath it lies the Great Salt Pond and sandy shores of Block Island, framed by the Atlantic Ocean beyond. The heron is more than just a bird. It is a symbol of resilience, balance, and the fragile yet enduring beauty of nature. The scene captures the essence of Block Island as a sanctuary not only for wildlife, but also for the countless visitors who come to appreciate its unspoiled landscapes. Block Island National Wildlife Refuge itself holds deep significance. Established in 1973, it protects critical habitats for migratory birds and marine life. The coin immortalizes this important refuge, making it a piece of currency that tells a story about conservation and natural heritage. Collectors were instantly drawn to this design, as it combined elegance, artistry, and environmental importance in a single coin. Unlike many quarters of the past, this one does not just honor a place. It captures a moment of beauty in flight. The America the Beautiful series, launched in 2010, was designed to honor national parks and historic sites across all states and territories. The Block Island Quarter came near the end of this series, making it one of the later issues and ensuring its special place in the sequence. Although millions of these coins were produced for circulation by the Philadelphia and Denver mints, not all are equal. Most ended up in pockets, purses, and change jars, accumulating scratches and wear. Yet a small number were preserved in pristine condition, and these are the coins collectors hunt for with passion. High-grade examples, certified by professional grading companies, are the most valuable. When the light reflects off an untouched Block Island quarter, every feather of the heron and every wave of the coastline stands out with crisp precision, showing the artistry of the engravers. Error coins add another layer of excitement. A double die strike, off-center strike, or even a misaligned design can turn this already admired quarter into a true rarity. Such errors fascinate collectors because they are one-of-a-kind pieces, never to be reproduced. The U.S. Mint also struck collector editions in 2018, including proof and silver-proof versions. These coins were not made for circulation, but instead for numismatists who appreciate flawless surfaces and mirror-like fields. The silver proofs, in particular, are breathtaking with their deep contrast and radiant shine. For those who specialize in modern quarters, the block island design is a centerpiece of any collection. It captures not just the spirit of Rhode Island, but also the broader mission of the America the Beautiful series, to connect Americans to the landscapes and history that shaped their nation. Auction records have already shown that collectors are willing to pay impressive sums for the finest examples. Coins graded in top condition or carrying rare errors have crossed the block at eye-catching prices. Each sale reinforces the importance of this design in numismatic circles. The heron in flight has also become symbolic of the fleeting opportunities in coin collecting. Just as a bird passes quickly across the sky, rare coins appear briefly in circulation before being scooped up by keen-eyed collectors. Missing the chance to find one can mean waiting years for another opportunity. Beyond its numismatic value, the Block Island quarter serves as an educational tool. It introduces countless Americans to the wildlife refuge, sparking interest in conservation and natural beauty. Few coins carry such a strong environmental message while also being part of everyday life. Collectors also appreciate the emotional connection. For those who have visited Block Island, this coin is a reminder of sandy beaches, coastal breezes, and the unique charm of Rhode Island's treasured island. It is both a keepsake and a symbol of a beloved destination. The Philadelphia and Denver mint marks, tiny details on the obverse, tell a deeper story about production. Collectors often seek examples from both mints to complete their sets, and this adds another dimension to the pursuit of the Block Island quarter. Even today, sharp-eyed individuals still check their pocket change, hoping to find a flawless example. The thrill of spotting a valuable coin in everyday life is what keeps the world of numismatics exciting for beginners and experts alike. The Block Island quarter also demonstrates that modern coinage can carry extraordinary value, challenging the old belief that only antique coins are worth collecting. When rarity, condition, and beauty combine, even a recent issue can become a treasure. This coin also shows the care the U.S. Mint takes in celebrating America's diverse landscapes. Each quarter in the series tells a story, but the Block Island design stands out for its grace and natural serenity. Over time, demand for this quarter has grown steadily. With more collectors building complete sets of the America the Beautiful quarters, the Block Island issue has become increasingly sought after. As more people recognize its beauty and rarity, its market value continues to climb. The story of the Block Island quarter is a perfect example of how coins are more than metal. They are history, art, and treasure combined. Every detail of the design speaks to the heart of those who value both nature and numismatics. For those lucky enough to own a rare example, it represents not just money but a tangible piece of America's story. A coin that once cost just 25 cents can now carry immense value, both financially and sentimentally. The legacy of this quarter will only grow with time. Future generations of collectors will look back at the America the Beautiful series and recognize the Block Island quarter as one of its most elegant designs to eye in the world of coin collecting. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary often comes down to preservation. And in the case of the Block Island quarter, the extraordinary examples have reached remarkable levels of worth. This coin continues to capture the imagination of collectors everywhere, reminding them to look closely at what may seem common, because hidden treasures often lie in plain sight. And today, the most exceptional examples of the United States of America Washington Quarter Dollar States Block Island 2018 have been valued at the incredible price of $44,000.